Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And we did see some haze this morning. It did kind of dissipate this afternoon, and then overhead, beautiful blue sky. We did see some breezy conditions at times today, but all in all, a pretty darn nice late summer day as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Beautiful shot of the valley and the Columbia River. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, not much is going to change really. There's some haze today, maybe a little bit tomorrow, but our wind directions will change tomorrow. And that means mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy for Friday, and then a beautiful weekend with mostly sunny to sunny skies and high temperatures in the low 80s. We'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. In July of last year, COVID-19 related layoffs drove the Wenatchee Metropolitan Statistical unemployment upwards to 9.2%, but in July of this year, the rate dropped to 3.7%. A new Moses Lake radiation treatment facility is now fully funded as Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation and the Confluence Health Foundation reached its goal. And a public memorial service for longtime Grant County Sheriff's Deputy Jon Melvin will be held on Thursday, September 16th. But first, our top story tonight. Central Washington Hospital logged a record Tuesday for the number of patients hospitalized for COVID-19 and then broke that record today. Yesterday, the hospital was treating 49 patients, 5 more than its previous highest number during the pandemic. Today, the total number of hospitalized is 58. 52 of the patients reside in the hospital's 4-county service area, but others were transferred from more distant counties, including one patient from Wyoming. The vast majority of those patients are unvaccinated. Central Washington Hospital's previous high water mark for COVID patients was 44, and that was back in December of 2020. Well, in July of last year, COVID-19 related layoffs drove the Wenatchee Metropolitan Statistical unemployment upwards to 9.2%. But in July of this year, the rate dropped to 3.7%. That's a 5.5 percentage points decline, which is good local economic news. Not seasonally adjusted total non-farm employment across the Wenatchee MSA rose by 8.4% in July of 2021, as employment rose to 47,700 from the 44,000 jobs tallied in July of 2020. The real downside to the report, the local economy has still not quite recovered all jobs lost since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. 2 years ago, in July of 2019, total non-farm employment in the 2-county MSA provided 48,000 jobs. That's 300 more than the 47,700 jobs tallied in July of this year. Well, a new Moses Lake radiation treatment facility is now fully funded as Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation and the Confluence Health Foundation reached its goal of raising $3.5 million. The radiation facility includes a linear accelerator that can administer the latest cancer treatment protocols and decrease the hours spent by cancer patients traveling outside the Columbia Basin to receive care. The remaining $3.5 million of the $7 million project will be funded by Confluence Health. A public memorial service for longtime Grant County Sheriff's Deputy Jon Melvin will be held at 1 p.m. Thursday, September 16th at Cave B Estate Winery outside Quincy. 60-year-old Melvin was found dead in his home last December 11th, and it was later determined he died of complications from COVID-19. He'd been with the sheriff's office for 35 years and had planned to retire this year. He served as a school resource officer, community deputy for Desert Air, and as a member of the Search and Rescue Unit, Off-Road Vehicle Unit, and Marine Unit. Coming up next, Corrections Deputy Jacob Lewis has been nominated for a professional award for his efforts in building the Canine Narcotics Detection Program. That's at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center. You guys can help him win. This Saturday, on the 20th anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, a special guest will speak at the 9/11 Spirit of America Memorial at Riverside Park in Cashmere. And a herd of sheep, guided by ranchers and dogs, made their semi-annual crossing of Highway 97 Blewett Pass on Tuesday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today. Merry Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Merry Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Merry Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Merry Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment. So my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
Welcome back. In another news, Corrections Deputy Jacob Lewis has been nominated for a professional award for his efforts in building the Canine Narcotics Detection Program at the Chelan County Regional Justice Center. Now it's up to the community to help Lewis become a finalist. The community can vote for Lewis, who's been nominated for a 2021 RISE Award until September 17th. Deputy Lewis was nominated for the award for showing exemplary service in his field. Lewis is the handler of Canine Kate, the narcotics detection dog used at the Justice Center. People can vote once a day, and the site can be found on the Chelan County Sheriff's Office webpage. Well, this Saturday, on the 20th anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, a special guest will speak at the 9/11 Spirit of America Memorial at Riverside Park in Cashmere. The memorial will be from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Tom Green and Doug Jones appeared on NCWLIFE Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti to talk about the special event.
Sure. And we're very excited to announce, and it's been out there, that we have Todd Beamer's parents coming as our guest of honor.
That's right. Okay.
And Todd, of course, is of Flight 93 fame. He was the guy that's famous for saying, "Let's go," to the other passengers who were interested in trying to interdict the terrorists that were on that aircraft, that had control of the aircraft. And so they interdicted them, as we know in the story. And of course, the common feeling is that that bird had 757 was going to head toward the Capitol building in D.C., which would have been horrific. I mean, it was already horrific that day. But Todd and his people, because there'd been a delay, they were up in the air while some of this stuff was going on, so they heard through text and calls and so forth what was happening around them with other airliners and the incidents that were occurring. And so they knew they had to do something. And I'm sure from reading his wife's book, Lisa's book, I'm sure the speculation is certainly that they knew what was coming potentially, and their chance of dying was very, very high, and they did a heroic thing. Yeah. And so he was one of the singular main heroes of the day, if he had anything to do with stopping that airliner with another major tragedy on 9/11. And so about a year ago, a friend of mine who came up, he grew up here, Greg Osmakopoulos, who was a pastor on the coast. He contacted me and he said, because he loved our memorial, he brought folks over to see it and so forth, and the place that he works. And he said, would you guys like to have Todd Beamer's mom and dad with you for the ceremony? And I'm going, what?
Oh, yeah.
I said, sure. I don't have to check with anybody, but I will. But the answer certainly would be that we would be incredibly honored, especially because it's also the 20th anniversary and the meaning that all has and what their son, the part that he played in that. So that's happening. It's still on. And
Great.
So we're going to welcome them.
And as we go to break, a herd of sheep guided by ranchers and dogs made their semi-annual crossing of Highway 97 Blewett Pass on Tuesday. The Washington State Department of Transportation said the crossings near the Liberty turnoff happened quickly with minimal traffic impacts, thanks in large part to the sheepdogs who keep the flock on task. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
I'm Jared Sessler, your Republican candidate for Congress. When I drove NASCAR, fair competition was everything. But it isn't possible if someone is cheating or if illegal players are allowed on a team. In NASCAR, COT meant the car of tomorrow. But today, CRT forces the America we know and love to run with weights around its ankles. I'll fight for the common sense that we need in D.C. Go to jaredsessler.com to learn more. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Chelan County Fair returns tomorrow at the fairgrounds in Cashmere and runs through the weekend. In tonight's features story, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz visited with fair manager Karen Welch about daily specials and entertainment visitors can expect.
So Thursday is Senior Day, and that's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek and Dr. Joel Cummings, they were our sponsors for that day. So seniors, just 62 and over, show up between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Friday is Kids Day, but that's from 9 to 2. And that was originally planned Kids Day because of, the school calendar schedule for the day. It wasn't meant for kids just to come hang out in the evening. It was meant to come during the school hours as a group for educational purposes. And so that's from 9 to 2. And our sponsors Crunch Pack and Northwest Farm Credit Services. So that helps the kids to get in free on that day. And then we have Saturday is County Day with Valley Tractor sponsoring us. Sunday's Family Day with Stemelt Growers and Northwest Wholesale. And then, of course, all of our great entertainment is on our Ag Supply main stage right here.
Right behind us?
Yep. And we can just talk a little bit about who we're going to have.
Oh, I love,
yeah.
Give me the entertainment, especially the headliner on Friday night.
Okay, well, the headliner is Friday night, so that concert is Jared Neiman, and it's free with your admission to the fair. So for adults, that's only $10. And that's because we have sponsors for that also. So we've got Farmers Insurance, so Cale Hill, Abel Mendez, and Kelly Kellen. from Farmers Insurance have helped us out with that, and a new restaurant called Stone's Gastropub in Wenatchee. So with those big sponsors, you can come and see Jared Neiman for a $10 ticket. Our venue is very quaint, so there's not a bad seat in the house. And then right after that is Pre-Funk. Will be playing on another stage just right there in the arena.
Local Wenatchee favorite. They've been everywhere.
Yep. A lot of people love them. So that's something new for us. And we've got, I'm going to talk about who's on the main stage. Jeremiah Johnson will be here. He does like acrobatics and juggling. Freddie Perez comes with his fun and games, his own stage. He's just high energy, so you know when Freddie's on stage. I mean, I think you know throughout the fairgrounds when Freddie's on stage. He's great. Friday night will be Radio 80s Band playing on our Ag Supply stage, and then Saturday night Joker's Run will be on that stage. We've got on Thursday a local family group from Chelan, Daybreak Canyon Bluegrass. Great family, local Chelan, like I said, just fun. So they'll be playing along with Carly Schoening. She'll be there on Thursday playing on Senior Day also. And then we have I always say this wrong, Thrillusionist, David Da Vinci. And we saw him at convention, and he just kind of blew our socks off there. And we were like, oh my gosh, we got to get him to Chelan County Fair. So we'll just wait and see what he's going to do.
Time now to check your local north central Washington weather forecast. And speaking of the fair, boy, the weather looks fantastic for all 4 days of the Chelan County Fair. We'll get to that in a second. But what about this shot this afternoon outside our weather window? It's from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Beautiful shot of the Wenatchee Valley. We still have some haze out there, but I think this morning was probably the most haze that we had all day today. And that should slowly dissipate as we make our way through the evening. Got pretty warm today once again too, but with that haze down a little bit, or was it 89, our unofficial high today? That's almost 10 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. 66 was our low this morning. 55 is our normal low temperature. 93 our record high, and 1993 our record low. 44 degrees, and that was in 1962. Sunrise 6:29 this morning, and will set for us tonight at 7:26. Let's move ahead now and take a look at your Thursday forecast as we do kick off the Chelan County Fair tomorrow. Boy, it's going to be a beauty. 86 degrees in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. Wenatchee, 86. And for the fair in Cashmere, about 85 for the high temperature tomorrow. 77 in Lake Wenatchee and 85 beautiful degrees if you're heading over to Lake Chelan. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies. There are a few clouds out there. Less wind tonight as well, and mild. There is a little area of low pressure just off the Washington coast. That could just clip the northwest part of the state and bring a few showers overnight tonight. And then for Thursday, just some high clouds around the state. A lot of that could be just a little bit of haze as well. And we're going to stay unseasonably warm, as we just mentioned, for tomorrow with high temperatures in the mid-80s. And I'll tell you what, folks, not much change right through the weekend. Partly cloudy skies on Friday, a little bit cooler, and a little bit of rain down by the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla area. And that'll keep temperatures into the lower 80s as that weak system moves by. But here comes that high pressure ridge pushing back into the Pacific Northwest, and that means mostly sunny skies for Saturday. Light wind and mild, just beautiful, with highs in the lower 80s for Saturday. And it's going to be a nice one Sunday too, as we just stay very quiet all over the western United States. Highs once again in the lower 80s for us on Sunday. By Monday, mostly sunny, a little bit breezy. We do have high pressure and low pressure kind of close together, so that'll kick up the winds. Temperatures are going to remain pretty consistently into the lower 80s. And then by the end of our forecast on Tuesday, mostly sunny, slightly cooler, with highs then only in the upper 70s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 61 tonight, 86 for Thursday. And here we go. Beautiful 3-day stretch of weather. 82 Friday and Saturday, 81 on Sunday. It should be great. And as we get you into the first part of next week, it's going to stay awfully nice In fact, back to really normal by Tuesday. Monday, 80 degrees, and Tuesday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature then of 79. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the...
High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE Channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. If there's one thing that has put Seattle in a playoff hunt this season, it's been their bullpen. Lately, however, the Mariners haven't been able to completely rely on their relief pitching. Such was the case last night in Houston, where the bullpen surrendered a game-tying 2-run homer in the 9th and then a walk-off ground rule double in the 10th as the Astros beat Seattle 4-3. Things looked good early in the game as J.P. Crawford tied it with a hit in the 5th.
Lined into the gap in right center field. Torrens is in. Kelnick steaming home. J.P. Crawford has tied this game up. A 2-run double here in the 5th inning. That is such a big base hit. Second and third, nobody out. A couple of pop-ups basically, and you need a clutch base hit, and it's Crawford that delivers it.
Kyle Seager would give Seattle the lead with his career-best 34th homer in the 6th.
This is pummeled out to right. Kyle Seager leaving the yard and putting the Mariners in front. Number 34 for the Mariners' third baseman, and the Mariners have taken the lead with one swing in the 6th inning.
Seattle added another run in the 9th on Luis Torrens' RBI single and led it 4-2 heading into Houston's last at bat. But that's when Paul Sewald ran into trouble.
Fly ball, deep left field. We are tied up. A Breggy bomb makes it 4-4. Breggy feeling good.
Then in the 10th, Houston walked it off on a ground rule double by Alex Correa.
Something out over the plate that he can just go the other way with, he will. There's a ball into right field, hit well, that'll be over the head of Haniger, it'll bounce into the crowd, and that'll be a game winner! Astros win it, 5-4, the walk-off double by Correa! What a huge win for the Astros, down 4-2 to the bottom of the 9th. Alex Bregman ties it, and Carlos Correa wins it.
Yeah, tough one. Johan Ramirez took the loss in surrendering that walk-off double. Seattle and Houston turned around and played earlier today. It was another close one, another good one. We'll have highlights tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Also in the American League West last night, Jason Martin's 2-run single highlighted a 3-run 4th inning, and that's all Texas would need in beating Arizona 3-1. Yoan Makata and Lurie Garcia each had 3 hits as the White Sox powered past the A's 6-3. Packy Naughton Packy. Yeah, that's his first name. And 3 relievers combined on a 4-hit shutout of San Diego as the Angels won 4-0. Houston's lead in the West, 6.5 games over Seattle. Now, as far as the wild card is concerned, Toronto's Alejandro Kirk homered twice. The Blue Jays won their 6th straight, a 5-1 victory over the Yankees. 2 former Mariners did the damage for Tampa Bay in the Rays' 12-7 win in Boston. Mike Zunino drove in 4 runs. Nelson Cruz hit 2 homers as Tampa Bay now scored 39 runs in their last 4 games. New York remains a half game ahead of Boston in the wild card race. Toronto's 2 games back, while the Mariners remain 3 games out. Well, Eastmont improved to 2-0 in the young soccer season with a 4-1 win over Kashmir last night at Wildcat Stadium behind 3 goals from Paige Fisher. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen had the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Right foot a corner kick, out of the box, the shot, go! Eastmont takes the lead, 1-0 over the Kashmir Bulldogs. Number 22, Paige Fisher, with the first tally of the game. Good triangulation into Kashmir territory. Good passes, nice touches. Onside is Fisher into the box, right footed shot, go! No doubter from 13 yards out. 2 for Fisher, none for Kashmir. Matt Wiesen.
Much better build up that time from Eastmont. More patient. Set up some passing. Great run by Miss Fisher and even better finish there. Kashmir, they're, how do I say it?
Very across into the ball. Go! And Kashmir gets on the board, and it's a brand new contest.
2-0. What'd I tell you?
You called it, sir. You called it.
I was going to, right before that goal, which is a beautiful goal, great strike, very characteristic of a Tronson coached team.
Far post, the touch! And right after the Kashmir goal, the Wildcats get back on the board. Lovely evening of soccer here in the eastern shores of the mighty Columbia in the Wenatchee Valley. The shot. Oh, wow! That is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. The Eastmont Wildcats have taken this one over the Kashmir Bulldogs by a tally of 4-1.
Other girls soccer play last night. Wenatchee shut out Cascade 3-0. Moses Lake edged Lewis and Clark 3-2. Ephrata won the Battle to Basin against Quincy 4-2. Chelan got by Cle Elum Roslyn 3-2. And Bridgeport shut out Manson 1-0. Prep volleyball play last night. Ephrata topped Eastmont 3-1. Kashmir shut out Cle Elum Roslyn 3-0. West Valley swept 3 from Chelan. It was also Omak over Pateras 3-0. Royal shut out Quincy 3-0. Manson beat Waterville Mansfield in 3. And Liberty Bell topped Bridgeport 3-0. Speaking of volleyball, we'll be courtside at Wenatchee High School tomorrow night for the Panthers and Chelan Goats. I'll have your call beginning with the pregame at 6:45 here on the NCWLIFE channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Join me for a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Live in the studio, Jeremy Anders, the general manager of Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. They have a huge Saturday night of racing, and we're going to be televising it, by the way, all night Saturday night. They got all kinds of main events. They got the big event, of course, the Jerry Bershauer Memorial 111 race. It's going to be a great night of action, packed night of exciting racing action at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and we're going to preview it with Jeremy tomorrow morning right here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus everything else you need to get your Thursday going. I expect to see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, into the...
High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Charter College, Confluence Health, Diggs Heating and Air Conditioning, and Global Car Care. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
14, they come back.
Thank you very much.
All right, and that will do it for our coverage tonight of our first game of the 2021 season, as the sprinklers are going to get us now, and that will do it. We want to thank everybody that made this possible. No, it's not raining. But remember, we will be back with more football next Friday night right here on the NCWLIFE channel. So until then, have a great night and a great Labor Day weekend. Good night, everyone.